don't even know how I feel about that. Give me a minute, because I still can't. I don't know if it's like for an album or what it's for. My only thing is, why haven't Rick Ross chimed in on this shit? I don't get it. If I run a label, I sign these niggas. I sign Wale or Meek Mill, whoever the fuck he signed first. I forget. I think it was Wale. And then he signed Meek Mill. Why ain't he chiming in on this shit? Like, he need to sit both these niggas down in the room, hash out their problems. Real men can talk about anything. Yes, I seen the video from the Bossip interview, right, at the Grammys. Now, why is it that something that happened years ago wasn't even talked about back then? I do remember that interview from when they had the Grammys and, you know, Wale came in there and disrupted the interview. But if you strictly see Stally, Rozay, it's just him talking to Meek Mill, the interviewer, then Wale coming. I don't know why he did that, right? But at the end of the day, you do see the face on Meek face. So take that year, go back to that year, Twitter and all that, to see if Meek Mill even addressed his shit back then, right? So if he didn't say anything back then, why say something now? So you take him not, you know, talking about your album cover, and I woke up to that shit and I was like, what the fuck? Everybody on Instagram, Meek Mill album September, Meek Mill, that's 2 months from now. Why talk about it now? Wait till the end of August to do that. Whatever. So I was like, damn, all these niggas, who cares? Like, we wasn't even impressed with his last mixtape. So you really think we give a fuck about the album? And as far as the singles he put out, they alright. You know what I'm saying? So he basically mad that Wale didn't, out of everybody on MMG, Omarion didn't post about it, like we care about him, and Gunplay didn't post about it. From what I seen, it was a lot of other motherfuckers that's quote unquote, you know, friends with Meek Mill that didn't say nothing about his album. So why say something about Wale, right? So I was like, all right, throw him under the bus, yada 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 yada. But if you look at assess the situation, Meek Mill's being like a little bitch, cause you crying over something that's old. It ain't like you recently had a problem. And so Wale came out and then showed that when he had a single out 7 weeks ago, he changed his little icon shit about, you know his boy's song or whatever. But Wale went on to say Mariah Carey had a song, I guess he was on the song, whatever, and nobody talked about it. He didn't trip. So he went on Instagram and talked about this long discussion about himself, other situations with Meek Mill, yada yada yada. But he wasn't trying to offend him. But Meek sat there and was like, yo, you not from MMG. Like, and we all understood when we knew he signed MMG, he doesn't fit the mode of, you know, I guess street gangster rap. That's the label for that. Wale's kind of the introspective, you know what I mean, down to earth type cat, you know what I mean, lyrical. You feel me? So he addressed that too, but I just don't understand why Meek Mill, that doesn't make the label look good. Why would I want to work with that team when obviously in the crew is problems? That's not a good look. I had been said though that eventually Wale would leave MMG or it'd be a problem within the crew. I don't know what video I said to go back and check. But I mean, you obviously can see that he's the most talented person on the roster. He sold the most. If you want to say for records, let's say, I know Wale put out 2 albums on MMG. This would be Meek Mill's second album. So let's wait till it come out and let's do the number thing. If that's what Meek is saying, he's a hotter artist, whatever, what have you. Look at the fucking mixtape stats. To when they both got signed to MMG and released projects. Look at the stats of that. Okay, yeah, Dream Chasers 1, 2, that was whatever. You know what I'm saying? But let's just keep it real. Who's more important to stay on the label as a business mind? Like, Meek got endorsements and shit like that. Okay, yeah. To me, Wale has a better grind ethic than Meek Mill. When that nigga got dropped, see, Meek never got dropped, right? So he don't know what it's like to go from that to not knowing, to grinding it out, to having another situation. So I'm going to say Wale's a better artist. I'm going to keep him on my roster. If Meek don't let this shit go, then fuck it, we'll set up meetings to where you can take your Dream Chaser shit, get a distribution through somebody, and then that's that. Because we can't have problems on the team. That's going to be weird. Then it's going to be like artists on the roster going to feel like, well, if I jump on Wale song, Meek is going to feel like I'm not fucking with him. That's girl shit. You know what I'm saying? This whole situation to me is stupid. And it's like, you have this nigga number. Y'all done did vlogs together, songs together, videos together. It's no fucking way you don't got his number. And then Wale even went on to say that, you know, I text the nigga Happy Father's Day on Father's Day and got no reply. So therefore, he's letting people know, without saying it, Meek Mill's being a bitch. You just want the people's perception of the situation. But from everything I've been looking at and reading, everybody think Meek Mill's a bitch ass nigga for what he did. He's a pussy. Because you're going to blast some shit over the smallest shit. That's different if Wale put your name in a metaphor or some shit like that, or said some sneak this and shit. He ain't said nothing. That's why I'm like, I thought it was bullshit, right, when I first read it, but I'm like, what? Wale this? Hey, huh? Meek Mill? Nah, it couldn't be. That don't make sense. You feel me? That don't make sense. Because if that's the case, then the whole Louis V shit, right? If that's what you going after him for a chain getting snatched, or you hang with 50 and 50 took gunplay chain, but you ain't say nothing. And then 50 went at Ross, and that's supposed to be your man. But that's between them. You see how all the niggas doing that same shit? Ross grown. That I don't understand it. We a team, nigga. If I don't like a nigga, you don't like a nigga. That's how 50 run this shit. But we seen how that shit panned out. But I'm just saying, this Wale and Meek Mill shit, I don't really want to see these niggas like go at it. But fuck it. I've never seen it done before where a label dropped 2 albums in one day. Wale and Meek Mill should have a standoff in albums. That would be good for hip-hop. That would be big for the culture, period. But that will also put an eye on the label. Who's the hotter artist? I think they should do that. I mean, Wale do got an album coming up, album about nothing. I'm quite sure 9 times 10 it's done. Like, it's damn near, it's 90% done. There's no way he could say it's not nowhere near done. Like, come on, this Wale we talking about. I know he damn near, if he already got a single out, from what he was saying or some shit, he working on something, you know what I mean? Like, I know the motherfucker gotta be damn near done. So, both of them should drop on September 9th. Let's see who has the hottest album, who's going to support, right? I think that shit'll be dope. And none of y'all motherfuckers take my idea and talk about that shit either. I be seeing y'all doing that little shit. Y'all wait and take little bits and pieces and make a video about it. Stop that shit. That's why I can fuck around in videos and do dumb shit like that and still get views. But other than that, I don't like it, man. I like both artists because they're both different. They're not the same. You know what I mean? Like, you'll say take Meek Mill for the street shit. You know what I'm saying? When you need some, I guess, potent music in a sense, Wale. You know, when you need that thinking music, like you got your brain has to have balance. If you want the ignorant shit, I go to Meek Mill. You want the level-headed, introspective, thinking type music, go Wale. So they both balance out the whole thing on one label, where it's like you want both. So you don't have to go to this label for this and this label for that. Ross has it. You know what I'm saying? After he got a dope roster, if he can actually make this shit work from every fucking genre of music it is. Street shit, and you got the intellectual shit, you got the pop shit, if you can get Omarion some hits, you got that type shit, R&B type shit. You know what I mean? So you got every angle, but at the end of the day, it's up to Ross to be a better CEO. You know what I mean? I would always say, look at the whole No Limit, Cash Money, Rockefeller, all the dynasties that came before you and see what they fucked up and you fix what they fucked up. But what y'all feel about Meek Mill dissing Wale on Twitter? I think it's some girl shit. I think Twitter should be only made for bitches and business-oriented people. Because if you have an issue, if you know their number, what that look like? That's like if a person watched my fucking video and decide to go on Twitter and say, @kicks_Montana23, your video suck, you a bitch. Why do that if you can just motherfucking... It ain't like you don't have my motherfucking Instagram or whatever to direct message it or what have you. I'm not giving out my number, but you get what I'm saying. That's this coward shit. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm out, man. That shit's sad.
I say that his bitch wanna call me, but she ignores on me. See, I ain't with the love it on me. That's why I only been to lobby.